It's Ash from Super Videos, back for another video for The Walking Dead. In this video, we're going to be looking at when is The Walking Dead returning, and we're going to look at some speculation that indicates that they're going to be back soon, specifically the season 10 finale, which was obviously delayed because of the shutdowns that happened due to the pandemic. So we're going to go through two related articles and take a look at when we can possibly see the season 10 finale, and I'm going to share my thoughts on that. But before we get started, I do want to mention something real quick. If you missed it, make sure to go check out my gameplay for The Last of Us Left Behind. I posted part 1 of that. You can go and check it out. There should be a link that's going to drop on the top right that you can go to check that out. We will continue that this week. So tomorrow we'll do part 2 and we'll do part 3 later on in the week. And then we'll be done with The Last of Us Left Behind gameplays. When The Last of Us Part 2 comes out, which is June 19th, we're going to do the gameplays for that as well, so make sure to join us for that as well. Also, we're going to be returning to our regular schedule starting next week, most likely mid next week to later in the week next week. But we're going to come back with reactions to season 3 of Stranger Things, so that'll be coming up. Also, I'm going to continue reacting to Breaking Bad. I finished episode 4 like 2 weeks ago, so we'll start with episode 5 and then keep going. Also, we're going to go back to our Friday night Q&A sessions, or what we call our Dead Talk series, starting next Friday. So make sure to join us then. For that, it's going to be at 6 p.m. Mountain Time. So make sure to join us then. But with all of that said, that's pretty much all of the news that I wanted to share with you guys as far as the channel is concerned. But let's just dive right into these articles. So these two articles come from comicbook.com. I'll try to remember to leave a link in the description so you can go and check it out yourself. But let's just go through this. So The Walking Dead season 10 finale might not air until the fall. The Walking Dead season 10 finale, delayed by coronavirus, could air in the fall as a lead into new spin-off series The Walking Dead World Beyond, recently set for a fourth quarter premiere by network AMC. Before The Walking Dead season finale and the World Beyond series premiere were pulled from their original broadcast dates. Both episodes were planned to air Sunday, April 12, being trailed by the premiere episode of the 2-season limited event series. So it still seems like they are planning to have the season 10 finale and the premiere of World Beyond back to back. And again, I don't know why they want to do that. There's some reasons they might want to do that. One is ratings. They might want to pull those people that watch the season finale so that they can watch the season premiere of World Beyond as well. People who might not have otherwise checked it out immediately when it aired. That could be one reason. The other reason could be that there's a connection between them. Like there could be a either loose or very strong connection between the end of season 10 and the premiere of World Beyond, which is unlikely, but it's a possibility. So if they want to break those two episodes and make them air at different times, it might take away from what they're trying to do, and it might make it confusing to some viewers. So that's also possible. I think they're probably pushing for these two to be back to back because of ratings. They want to pull as many people as they can from The Walking Dead's finale to watch the premiere of World Beyond. Again, they might not want to admit that, but that's most likely what is going on here. But I could be wrong. I don't think that they're necessarily planning to have any strong connection between the two episodes. Maybe they are, but it's probably going to be very, very loose. Like it's not going to be a very direct and strong connection like the one we saw with the season 8 finale and the premiere of season 4, Fear the Walking Dead, where Morgan crossed over. So it might not be as strong of a connection as that, but it could still be a loose connection. But again, I'm leaning more towards this being more for ratings than anything. Because of this, because they're planning to have these two be back to back, there's a very good chance that the season 10 finale is going to be delayed for longer than it needs to be. It might even be ready as we speak. But they just haven't been able to air it because they want to have it be back to back with World Beyond. And they might not necessarily be ready to do that. Not necessarily that the premiere of World Beyond is not ready. it might even be ready, but it's just that they don't want to be in a situation where they air a couple episodes into the season and then they have to put a pause on it because the other episodes are just not ready. So that's a possibility. Like, they don't want to push themselves into a corner like that. But as the title of this article suggests, the fall of this year may be when we may be able to expect to see these 2 episodes airing on AMC. But I'm just going to go through the rest of the article here. As its marquee franchise, major episodes of The Walking Dead often act as lead-ins for other AMC programming. So that could also be a possibility, but at the same time, I feel like AMC wouldn't want to delay it when we're in this situation just to fulfill that kind of trend that they have. So I think that's more unlikely, but who knows, maybe that's what it is. In 2018, as part of the Survival Sunday event, the first ever crossover between The Walking Dead and spin-off Fear the Walking Dead Season 8 finale of The Mothership was immediately followed by the premiere episode of Fear Season 4. So that's pretty much what I kind of touched on a few minutes ago. So I'm not going to talk more about that. Let's just move on. While the Season 10 finale of the World Beyond series premiere are not connected in the way the Survival Sunday episodes were linked by sending Morgan Jones, Lenny James directly from one series into the other, AMC is likely to remain committed to bundling World Beyond and its biggest ratings performer by having both episodes premiere on the same night. So whoever wrote this article is pretty much on the same page as me in terms of they're probably doing this because of ratings and not because those 2 episodes are connected or connected in a major way. So I feel pretty confident in saying that it's probably ratings, but who knows again? I might be wrong. Then there's a quote here by Greg Nicotero who says, "You have to edit the episodes, then you do sound effects, and then you do music, and then visual effects, and then color timing to make sure all the colors in the scenes match, and then you have to do a quality check to make sure nothing is messed up." Season finale director Greg Nicotero recently explained to EW. So there are all of these steps that have to happen. And generally speaking, the way our production schedules work is those happen up to about 3 weeks before the episodes air. Nicotero continued, "We were really on our way to finish line when things started slowing down because of the way at home work order. So we just missed that window. It wasn't that the effects were delayed or anything was delayed. It was just the delivery of the episodes was set up to be delivered at a specific date, and we had to shut down because they hit that date." So that's pretty interesting. Now, Greg Nicotero did say in another interview that it was just a matter of like maybe a few days up to a week or 2 before they could release the Season 10 finale. And he said that when everything was back in terms of the restrictions being lifted and the restrictions on the states being shut down and everything being lifted, they'll be able to put it all together and release the Season 10 finale. But there's some contradiction because Jeffrey Dean Morgan, who plays Negan, said that it's probably not going to be out until several months. This was like a month ago. So there's some contradiction. And what Greg Nicotero said with the couple days thing also contradicts with this article because they're saying it could be all the way in fall when we might actually see the episode. And that contradicts because it seems like everything is picking back up and the states are opening up again, or they will be in the next few days. But even with that, there's still uncertainty in when we can actually expect the episode. So there's a lot of contradictions and it's really difficult to kind of say one way or another. But let's just go through the rest of this article, and then there's another part of the article at the bottom that I'll go through. So the postponed season finale could air in lieu of the premiere episode of The Walking Dead Season 11, once expected to reach AMC in October 2020, because it's unclear when cameras will roll on the new season. The 8-episode first season of Season 11 is likely to be pushed into the first quarter of 2021. Like they mentioned here, there's also a possibility that they might have the Season 10 finale air back-to-back with the Season 11 premiere. So that could happen, but then at the same time, how is World Beyond going to fit in to that concept? You know what I mean? So it's a little bit up in the air at this point, and we're going to have to wait and see what they actually end up doing. Then there's another part of this article. So Georgia's new coronavirus guidelines set up film and TV productions to restart, including Stranger Things. Now, why this is relevant is because Georgia is where they filmed The Walking Dead original show. If they're able to go back and if filming is able to pick back up again, that's pretty interesting because that means that season 11 is going to start up, which is interesting. I'm not going to read the article. There's a lot of things up in the air at this point, so we don't know exactly what to expect, when to expect it, and how it's all going to come together. But that's pretty much it. If you are not a subscriber, make sure to subscribe to join our community. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to press the like button, and also stay tuned for our continuing gameplay of The Last of Us Left Behind. We're going to pick it back up again tomorrow. So if you haven't checked out part 1, make sure to go check it out, and then you'll be ready for when we get into part 2 for tomorrow. But with that said, I hope you guys enjoyed this. See you next time for another super video.